Idahosa Ness from mimicmethod.com, and today we're going to talk about the 3 P's of language learning, or really just the 3 P's of learning in general. And what they are perception, practice, and performance. And right now I'm at Austin Bouldering Project, and I'm not much of a wall climber boulderer. I've done it a few times in my life, but today I did a couple of things, pushed myself to a new level because I was following these 3 P's. So the first one, perception. When you come into this place, there's lots of people who've been here bouldering for years, experts, pros, and they're going up these walls. And you don't know how to do it yourself, but you watch, you perceive them, and you see how they do it, the experts. And I see where they place their foot, where they place their hands, and then what do? I come and I practice it. I mimic. I copy what I just saw. Now, it's the exact same process when you're learning a foreign language. All you're doing as a language learner is looking at the experts, aka the native speakers, and you're perceiving. And you're not just watching them, how they're using their faces and their hands, but really the most important thing in language is you're listening. You're perceiving with your ears. So that's why we focus on sound. The same way I'm watching how these people place their hands and place their feet, when you take our program, you're learning where to place your tongue, where to place your lips, how to place your articulators to properly create and produce the sounds of that language. So that's perception. And the idea is that in a certain situation, you make certain sounds to achieve your goal. Or in rock climbing or bouldering, in a certain situation, I use certain movements to get to where I want to go. In Spanish or French, I'm in a certain situation like ordering pizza at a restaurant, or getting in a fight with my girlfriend or something like that. And then in that situation, there's certain sounds, certain movements I need to make. How do I know that? Because I perceived it. Then there's the practice. So I came in here and I saw people doing some cool moves. I'm like, oh, he did a little move, little shimmy thing here with his hips and his feet. Let me try that. So I go. It's a very unnatural movement at first. When I do it, I'm like, oh, I'm super nervous. My feet don't really feel it out. But I keep trying at it. I keep figuring things out, and then I kind of get it. And then I do repetitions, and I'm like, boom, 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 over and over again until my feet feel comfortable with that specific movement. Now, if you've been following this channel, you might have seen lots of pronunciation tutorials, like how to pronounce the Spanish R sound, or how to pronounce the sound from German. Now, before I could make those sounds I just made for you right now, I had to practice them over and over and over again. And the first time I tried, I was clumsy. My feet were slipping, my tongue was getting tied. I was not able to do it. And too often I see people who fail on their first try, and they say, oh, I must not have the genes for it. I must not be a natural language learner. No one ever gets anything complex on their first try. Every single person messes up their first try on anything worthwhile. Those who get good at it because they practice, and they keep repeating. So that's the second P, practice. Finally, none of this matters. It doesn't matter if you come into the gym and I watch people all day hanging out on the sidelines like a sucker. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting here just doing drills on the ground all day. What matters is, can I climb up to the top of that wall and finish the track? And that's what we talk about with the third P, performance, right? When it's on the line, what comes forward? And the idea here is all the things you've seen and stored in your mind, all the things you've practiced and stored in your muscle memory, when you get into that situation live, real life, it comes out of you. And it's not until it comes out of you in a natural, organic way that you can say you've truly learned the thing. So if you're doing like a Duolingo type app where you're reading and someone gives you a new vocabulary and you can remember the vocabulary on your flashcards, you didn't learn it yet. It's not until you're in a conversation and you produce it spontaneously that you've technically learned it. So I came in, saw a couple of cool moves, was talking to a guy. He showed me like one of the advanced tracks, and it was really scary. And just like learning a language, you're kind of scared when you're like, there's no way I'll be able to do it. And I'm climbing this thing, and I'm here. I've never been in this situation before. The guy's telling me to like lower my hip and put my foot there. I'm like, dude, if I do that, I'm gonna fall over and die. I don't want to die. I'm young. But he's like, just do it. Trust me. You can put your foot there. And then I did it, put my foot there, and then all of a sudden, that image of him climbing it earlier kind of just came to mind and took over me, and I'm like, oh, okay, boom, 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 climbed it and got to the top. So the whole circuit was closed. First, I perceived him, the person better than me, the expert, doing the movement. Then I done my own kind of practice, stretched out, got it into my muscle memory. And then finally, in the moment of truth, when I'm sweating, I'm scared, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna do it, I don't believe in myself, but I trust the process, and I just let go, and I do it, boom, I perform, catch the top, and now it's in me. Now my confidence is raised. Now when I go back and do all the other things, I'm like, oh, it's easy, nail it, right? And that's the cool thing about when you start performing. You perform properly, then it really sticks inside of you, right?
We have a yoga class going on right now.
And that's why performance is the most important P. Because it doesn't matter what you've seen or what you've perceived before. It doesn't matter what you've practiced. Until you're in live moment and all of that comes out of you, it's only then that you can integrate it and make it part of you. So how does this apply to language learning? If you're just reading books all day or just doing flashcard applications, I don't care how many times you remembered or got the points. It's not until you use those expressions and use those words in a real conversation that you can say that you've learned it, because it's only then that you've actually performed it. So that's the third and final P. But I'm gonna throw in one more bonus P in here. I say there's 3 Ps, really there's 4. The fourth one is play, right? So after you do that, I made the new attainment, the new level of bouldering or a new level of French or Spanish. It's all about having fun at the end of the day. So don't take it too seriously, don't get too nervous, don't do courageous. Play around with the sounds, play around with the movements. This is how the fun foundation gets laid down and then allows you to continue to go back into the gym and go back into it. Because if it's all work and if it's all hardcore and it's all scary, you won't be motivated to come back in. So above all, make sure you have fun, make sure you play with it, and then watch how your performance excels. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and then go to our website as well at mimicmethod.com and sign up for our free program that's coming out soon. And very soon, you'll be able to perceive, practice, and perform in your target language.